Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. Just like Mano, just like Marissa, it looks like we're getting just another little bit of gameplay out of JP for Street Fighter 6. So we did know before he's basically the psycho power master of this game. Obviously enough, when that purpley pinky energy comes flying your way, bad times are inbound for everyone up against it. Now, we don't have tons of new footage to work with, but what is there actually gives us a good amount of context now on what his core game plan will be, and that is definitely screen control. Less so a traditional zoner in that he's not filling the screen with projectiles for you to jump around and work your way through, but him just putting his stamp on the map as it is, and now saying, well, deal with it. So that said here, let's look at the footage as it stands really quick here. This is this right here. So this once again comes from the official Street Fighter Twitter and is giving us more info of what he is capable of other than just what was in the base trailer itself. It certainly shows that he's going to be a very tricky character. So that said, now let's just rewind it a little bit here and go in slow-mo. Although, hey, don't forget Street Fighter 6 coming out June 2nd, 2023. Get your pre-order in now, right? Okay, so first up before anything, just his idle stance. I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's very, imperious. Like, he is the boss and he knows it. Now, going into the first thing in the trailer here, though, is he creates a little reality tear, as it were. Now, we've seen this from the original trailer, that he can use these tears as basically teleport points, that he will teleport directly to them. But it turns out it's so much more. So we see a small combo, target combo it looks like, into one of his specials, which launches, and then when you know it, the reality tear, if you just leave it be by itself long enough, it will automatically just shoot out a big thorny projectile, which hits Ken on the way up here from this special. So one target combo, seems to be a lot of target combos in Street Fighter 6 actually. Perhaps it's just a new direction they want to go with. But that special as well, it's a big kind of psycho power claw, as you will. And this looks to be his psycho power construct. From the original trailer, we saw that. He can create basically beings out of psycho power, similar to how the Green Lantern can make constructs with his lantern, but instead it's bad guy evil magic, right? So he can use these to attack with their claws, or he can use these to grab the enemy. This is an unblockable projectile as far as I can tell. Effectively a long-range command grab, if you will. You can see as it's coming and making contact, Ken is moving away. He's blocking effectively, right? But holding back does not block this. That means it's unblockable. So an example of just very basic combo structure using his psycho power constructs and the reality tear, if you can hold them in place long enough with whatever hits you're doing, becomes part of the combo. Now, a very important part of this little reality tear, though, is you do not have to wait for it to go off by itself. As you can see here, JP sets it up, and then basically with a snap of his fingers, he detonates it and makes the projectile go off early. So he can place it on the screen, and it's a threat the entire time it's on the screen because, it'll eventually go off, but he can also choose when it goes off, so you'll have to plan your movement against him accordingly, which is what makes him a screen control character versus just, say, a normal zoning character. Now, the fun is not over, far from it, because you can also, once again, as we mentioned, teleport into the cracks in reality. So he can set it, just let it rock, and then eventually it attacks by itself, or he can detonate it early for the attack, or he can use it as a teleport point, and then go directly on top of your head. And this is getting way ahead of ourselves here, but almost certainly going to be safe jump setups and all that kind of stuff off this too as well, if you just have a controlled jump angle, but that's for later at launch, right? But yeah, so teleports as well. Once one of the dimension tears is on the screen, it's basically a statement, because JP can do a lot with it on the screen. Not the least of which with the teleport, he's getting, a proper combo here, an EX attack which wall bounces, and then going into what would seem to be a level 1 super, considering it's pretty fast, but still, it's basically a big old full screen projectile. Also, after the jump in, looks to be yet another target combo, because the animation just directly goes into each other here. So, lots of target combos in Street Fighter 6. The EX looks like an EX version of this move from the original trailer, which is just a big strike with some decent range to it that also knocks down. So for the base move, knockdown probably is for you to set up your little dimension tears, and the EX version obviously is for when you want the big combo into, say, a super move, right? But now we know, thanks to this new footage, the dimension tear, as it were, is probably a core part of his game plan. This is from the original trailer. you can see that EX, when you burn meter, you can set up 2 at a time, and you can also have them detonate and also teleport on top of that, right? As far as non-EX versions go, light, medium, heavy is probably like the distance it's set at. That's what I would imagine anyways. And here when JP is teleporting into it, one becomes the teleport point and the other one becomes the attack point. So it's very likely that, depending on the button you press, you get easy cross-ups, right? You choose which one you teleport into and the other one immediately goes off covering it. So it basically makes it safe, perhaps. If so, that'd be pretty crazy. And that's basically the footage as we have it. So not tons of new footage, but I'm happy that they're just doing this at all past the main initial trailer of giving us just a little bit more context for these new characters. Because, well, new characters are really exciting, honestly. So I'm appreciative they're doing this. As for more footage, who knows, the next Street Fighter beta will be tomorrow as the time of me making this video, although it is the old beta with a few tweaks. Hopefully in the future we can have a proper open beta, not just a closed beta, that we can see some of these new characters, as well as some of the other, well, old-timers, as it were, like Blanca, E, Honda, and Dhalsim, but just haven't shown up in playable builds yet. And of course we got the characters that have not shown up yet at all. That's Zangief, Cammy, and Lily. And Zangief and Cammy, they're old-timers, sure, and we probably have a decent idea, although it's fun to see what new changes they'll have. Lily's the only true unknown at this point. We do know she's similar to T-Hawk, as in she has some of his moves, but past that, visually, gameplay-wise, who knows? That all said, though, my friends, we're at the end of the video, so thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.